Welcome, everybody. It's another night, a Tuesday. I almost said Monday. It's a Tuesday evening in Zoom land. And we're here with Ron and Janet and Dave and Marie and Trish for another language class. And I hope everybody enjoys it. Victoria's already sent around the sheet. Enjoy your evening. I am going to enjoy the rest of my poutine that the boys made me. Have a good night.
You going to bed? No.
Poutine. That's where we should be.
I was going to go back to town. Oh, bonjour. See then the introductions. Oh, bonjour. Vous pouvez dire que maintenant peine d'un peu Chibako gamic. Mon père. Et j'aime non mal pinam de bien. With the bottom of the non mina. You shimmy watchman there. Nango yeah, good cuisine. Shop thing got me go and it's king good. And I just come back from the hospital, got my knee check, the heart. They took it down to 57 beats and then took it right back up to 83.
Oh.
So everything checked out good. Ready to make gas. Anyway, must quit magazine the can go Makwa Dora Mapi Saging in the Aris. Around and down. I was there again. No, much time.
Oh my god. Was I over this in the cost? Mine gun do them. Sagin squinching don't jabba. Kitchen and oh, it's a beautiful day. Start off with the month of August, Domin Gizes. So Swaswe Gizigut Nungwa. It's the 8th today. Nijing Madosuk Nishtana Shanish 2022 Nokshik 8 p.m. start. Tonight we've got a couple of topics and hopefully it'll be a fun and fun-filled night. So as we learn and practice together, you watch them?
Much time.
We watch them.
Much time, man.
Oh,
Nango, Mapi. Oh.
Ani Bojo, Trisha Disney Cast, Lagin Dunjaba, Magazine Dodom. Can't remember how to say tired. That is it wrong. They got Diakwas.
Ah, bonjour. You wait in the carbon in it, the cast, my core game, go them. Me which man again, give us copy on one page. Anishinaabemowin, an object on, the geeky day on, not getting with. Can't go getting, don't know where. No gum. Me gonna PO constant here in his way on. Anyway, on second on bucket. I'm good. I'm happy. I don't like the word good, but I am happy. Happy to be out. Happy to be out with the family and visiting also. So me which can never be, I educate, I'm the gauge, go. So me got you. Lori?
Bonjour. Ogni dish nakas, nigik dodam, sagin spunjgling geni manpi don jabat. Oxinendum geni nonga. Watch wayang minwama. And Nikea.
Pashon, Uncle Dishnakas, Soggy Donjaba, Mountain Dorum. Hey, Janet,
Uh-huh.
that
Yes.
that man from Kenora is around, eh? Terry?
Our brother.
Yeah, he's around.
Know that. Okay.
He's
Good.
out he's out golfing with Aaron.
Oh, okay. He should have tuned in tonight.
Yeah, it was but must be out in the golf course yet. But I think he's around till Friday. Must have just showed up today.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, by the way. Uh-huh.
Listen, just as one. Need a cash guy. Aha. Pinango now, as I were Beneshi got a budget moment. Monday's now, is it?
Oh. You are ma or
You want mano?
yeah. When Peter Gongi by all that bird was
Yeah.
the other day.
Oh,
Chinaga.
bird?
Kiteo, so, near, Cobon.
She's
Pompico Bepin knock me go any answer, Kigoni, black, green, and Pinaza. Pompico Pier June, the Combedango, we were yellow now, so. We always look at that was however nasty.
is ripening. Oh,
Aha. Morgen Abend nasty. Gindad, Kagina, the Winzacassi. Kaido to the one you buy us, see what Kinmajo, you were in the Gaza. Me the sweater, me guy, can see one out my god mods. We certainly keep by up, you bought pocket is it. Not going to bog more there. Zag het web squad over de Eastern Road Mi mabi ook al kan check mabi o. Ki we ben gaan niet, men ki gaat check. Ki mi na kin ma jok tot one, de dem one. Ki ma jok. Ki we ben gaan mister mi kai ken sin o was ma mishma ki ba motor ki meeting. Not kan je ba nog mo ze open en Papa de zege ode. Apsugane non deset ke wish to get me so by an application on the game. Oh, siswan gi om da no ki marat om da mode engine. Kno ma. So it web squat no na got engine beneshian. We shagana yo we come more the one medium or on. We saw the gipskabi at moment now, total month. No, the demon. Near that no, no, Beneshisa. Kitap no, near Sissoning Gibinad, he saw it. Michigan don't know what they're now, Marbles, however, Beneshi. I shouldn't just again you. I shouldn't buy in middle moment with the Bidozimok. Kaka, so dear. You go my stick and the man is up. Good, no matter. You was it. Mishwet gegen no maar kagin sisters hier ni man ni gut man is dan gas mit hier ni ek kan dan ni ki wa ben gas no mishigin mata no pok de zo mina ode jwem de to ma ki pete kom se a khana ge stige evidenshi so wa ben shin na kan go kirgeo aha Anishinaabemowin, Bagida'waad. Anishinaabemowin, zag ik in je benishing suck. Nog gewoon wat ik bedoel. Anishinaabemowin. Gunaan dan kikda, bukte. Mishi bandak modian miga kelut. Ang gawi ko tapos tiga si gozas. This little one, when he was born, the parents had left him alone. Then he went wandering around. He didn't know how to live, how to associate, how to talk to other beings like the bird, anything. But all he knew is how to steal and how to steal food and how to tease people around. That's all he knew. So he looked up at the tree, saw this nest. So he wondering, so he went up there, had a look. He saw these babies in there and looked at them to see if there was any food. Threw the birds out of the nest. Then there was no food, and they were wondering and looking around, and the parents come back, the little birds. They asked them, why are you doing this to my family? Why did you take them out? So the parents, they went down, retrieved the baby ones and put them back in the nest. And he told that, so as an issue, yeah, get out of here. Don't come back. Don't come back. You're threatening my family. So he left. And then along the way, he met with Shaweminido. The Shaweminido had asked him, why do you do these things? Why do you rob? Why do you tease things? People's other ones. Why do you rip things apart? So that little Zoe been asking you, I am hungry. I am very hungry, and it's the only thing I know. I was never taught how to live. Parents abandoned me, and nothing wrong. So I learned this way. As Senator Wemdell says, looked at them and looked around. Looked at all them other ones. Them other ones they're fine out there. Oh, why don't you associate with them? And then Zoe Beneshi, okay, I will. I said, go with a quackyo de ajik neshiak the Beneshik. Go bombon botchwe. Mr. Bombotchwe. Mr. We're not the up, you about pocket as it over. Well, Pogmoted, you mean to me. Oh, you can't see the house, one the dog up get up. You give an end them. You now, the upcast you get you. Or you would be king, vision, you find over. Pocket is here, me now, the West Siak, the Quajic beach. Sure. Not one beach, you bought pipe get on the she. Get over, no shin yet. Look at what savage spot, wishing, putting up. We got the cock and tongue here. Yes, sir. I guess Chigia, Mina, we could buy up with it. What's your cue? Could you welcome up more? This little one here. Right after Zwemnato had left, he promised Zwemnato, I will do as you say. I will be friends to these birds out here, and I will look after them and all the things. But as soon as Zwemnato disappeared into the fogs, that Joe Abneshi forgot all about what he had promised. So we've seen these ones over there by the water, that raccoon having a drink. So I went over there, jumped on his head, splashed them all over, pushed them in the water. And then other squirrels that were drinking, he's done the same thing, the other birds, even threw the bugs in the water. He was so mischievous about that how I've been actually. He said, give it a question, mother, so I'm in the door. Is na zik, kina, ikedode. Neshi kuriok. Dirok mat. Aha. Wami nim wana zik. One week. Wabiskamuk. Mi wami gwe. Mishigi ki biati mo za webeneshi. Aha. Gubsanya bugeni kida. Ikedok mat. Missa, want de benach wem net ook dat mi ga kedet. To avon. Kabea, manchen de do ko de benshi ko. Avon. Nu tu mi go an one azik. Washige king one awake. Wabis kamik. Asmavone bomba postchiget. Kamo giba asi di bomba tumina. Bom Pagmode medium. Was ook driven up nations. So, je heb net ook genomen. Mijn pensioen, tam kibiat. Nee, maar slag ik er. So, man, daar ben ik gemeen. Maar pio was zijn dat pio, nee, nee. Maar kom nos, maar kom. Ik snel dan zie je ook wat na pensioen. Als ik me nou weer goed ik ben de question. Or een beetje en dat kede was een nation. Een veel opstandig kompje op iets kennen we. I mean, me one as in you get me the way you king want to pick in London. You know, was can you go more quick ever now? Go, you got a new visual ever. We big more. We would just. It's non dogs again. Oh, the king with the sharp. Geschmack the king. Without cut out the. We wig me one. You know, me to gossip, yeah. Me are victim, keep it a question without making up in the shop. So, you up kiss again or up chicken out, because chicken out way. Up chicken here. You up wash megan in corner nazapos, no, you up ska. You got me to gossip, you being gay, bishing by a wobbin. You kajna kanap. Wobsy, another he could make it. Shenanda Sagia in Azap, in a way, gay or nation. We will be going to keep it. Get some knowing good much of none to what you the nation. Capture knowing what anyway what. Shenan mock, a biscum what in us what. Can I go a biscum what? Or even bishing by a Pamgamuki or gay. When that when he came, he said, when I come the second time, he told them, I will give you the colors and I will give you the colors of the clothing that you're going to wear and the voice I will give you. And then they hum and hawed looked at each other. So many birds there waiting. Tomorrow morning, early in the morning, I'll meet you there. I'll give you them colors at that time. So the birds, they all got together and made a crowd. They waited for this woman to come. So he finally came. The woman that all looked around. When he looked around, Robin said, I'll volunteer. I want to be the first. So the robin, you got his colors, black, the back, the nice bright orange. And a nice voice to go with that. Oh, he was so happy. He went in the bushes, chirping all over the place. He was so happy. And then another one come waddling in. That. He was black. It's got little white dots all over the place. I think you know who that one is. Mong. Loon. And I will also give you them colors of medicines. And them colors or the sound. I will give you that oh, when you hear that's a voice that the rains are coming. When he flies toward the east, it's not going to rain. When he flies into the clouds, it's going to rain. That's the gift that tell the other birds that the storm is approaching. Then another one come along. Oh, he had a little black face. Oh, he was so bright white. He was so happy. He was so happy, and he was so huge, and he didn't know what the. He was so bright. He was so happy with his colors, and that was Wobsy. You know, probably. Then another one came from the bushes. This one was another warbler that made lovely sounds. Anyway, as the day went on, he gave out a whole bunch of colors of the voices of these birds. It sounded so nice in the bushes that I hear them. And you can hear these ones 4:30 in the morning. You pretty well can use their time today. Even when you get up in the morning, you can hear them 4:30, still singing, giving them. They're real happy. So, yeah, so though he left. Nobody knew where he came, but he came from that direction when it came. We all do. I can see no up into about no swim though. We should have keep scabbing, you again and go opposite. No, give it a question, Mavana. So I've been actually, get some bingo saying good people. So no one went, but some next sheep, why not? Oh, no, chill, no, so Chinan them. You can on this up, Chicken, you win not as well. No, gosh, jet me, or bug about you, or poke this little there. Not you, if I watch to get my war, so I've been actually. Hog, because my game over. Kego no Kidabakindami Nico. Oh, so you will keep the pushing back up nation, or the Katasha and that. What do we want? Thank God, and the King Ganesha, Gigas, oh, me was Mopana, so I've been shivak at the hunger or in the bobby. You get up to walk or get to the niche condemning. So you be asked. Been the course, it's going to be now, but come on, yeah, see. Nissanaki, we nipscabit, Nashiki or Nobby Block. You won't mother, get no Bobby wouldn't monkey. Bobby and compete question one up. You would mean going, you was it, yeah. When the market up is on you, you go, what get Moggo. Oh, see Bobby. Yes, well, we get the question. Or when the dog keeps scabbing. Why haven't? I said, we didn't know was. Kite was. We, yeah. You lost it, yeah. Can't get out the wind, Mogosing, you web in the go, he got you, and we got it at you, show him, nation. Nee, mom, give me not the peace come what. Can I go anywhere? What? Get a mission again, you. Zwem net om, ik het gibbet te bed. Ah, ken hoe give me waar, ja man, ken hoe give me waar, ja. Ken hoe geven. Ken hoe geven. Ah, pekka, is pekka. Manda, kai we come now put the skin. Kai mina we ka mot ken. Kai go what put the skin. When you we don't go you but shik na cannot walk. Kana but go with I mean and kina. A home was chigo ekti in kina. Was chigo ya. A home was copy gumina. So again mat kin set me now on a show him that. When that young Shawabaneshi come, when he come to the birds, look down, oh, where did you guys get all your colors? Look at the clothing these guys got on. Oh my. The voice such is scary. Oh, I could wish I had that. Oh, I wish I could do that. Oh, he was here and you were told to be here, but you were out there teasing and robbing again. Now you're here, you missed out. But I will tell you this, that one bird told him. There's a house over there. I think that's the direction he went. Over there and knocked on the door to see if he's home. So he went over there, knocked on the door, peeked in a window, nobody home. He got disappointed, discouraged. Then he thought about this, what he had promised. Then he walked out, and then the birds are waiting around, see if he was going to get anything. We're anxious because the one was left out. Oh, the Wasawabneshi told him there's nobody home. I got nothing. There's nothing. You know, all of a sudden, that man appeared. Okay, so you ask for a voice and the clothing that you want to wear of many colors. I'm sorry to say this, but I gave all the colors away. And I gave all the sounds away. And so Abnesh looked down and he says, he was disappointed. But I may have something, as one of those says. If you promise me not to go rob again, not to tease, not to rob that food from the mother ones, to help the other birds, maybe I will get something for you. Okay, I'm gonna go. And when I come back, you'll have something. Once again, he forgot what he had promised. He went out there doing the same thing again. All dirty, everything. And then birds who were sitting around, they were sort of disappointed because he didn't believe what he had promised to show him in it. You up what is it? You put a question me now show him in the door. Aha, on the communion. Manda give copies ka. Manda win away. Oh, up to give me Kim Noel. Oh, the Kinam the book Beneshik. Presentagio. Chenen Mokino, oh, get some knocked out over Beneshi. She in Azet. Up to Bokanadwe. Chenen Moksa. Shroms came out, give me a. We said, couldn't you, Nabi, for tubes and what, take a shot on 4:30 in the morning, you give us in darkness. Oh, get some, well, chicken over. And we beat up. You order Jesus, Kijin, coaching order. You will not give him the dogs at all. Oh, chicken, some gum. You can't stop me now. Oh, then Peter, the big cook. We would have been like him now, the bit, Kim gum up, so him not dogs at all. So what a beautiful voice. She's in the mobile shop, so you don't want more. When Joanne will come back, he says, I got the colors for you. I have a songs for you that you can sing. And he sang. Oh, what a lovely voice that was. The sound that Zoe Beneshi made. And he sang and sang. Even the grandfather came out 4:30 in the morning to hear that sound, and he heard there was a bird that was lovely colors and a sound. So he went out and he cried standing there to hear that lovely sound, to know that there's somebody there singing for the people, for the things. And when that sun hangs above, he sang with a lovely song again and the colors. And as that sun went down, he sang again, lovely colors and everything. The grandfather cried. He was so happy. The other birds, they went quiet because of the sound of that bird was so nice. Miseminaude. Ja, mat nesjen i norskat. Kigen mat. Missa michim kiminat. Kigen kuya. Kigen. Ja, bami wet. Kiabni kuya. Gam tonen. Aha, gigas. Mat. You check it out. What a pitch. Some gummy kicking or kicking on. Come, can chin. Pure me coaching me now with the Jesus, you know, some gummy. Some mommy Quinn Mongo. Monday months. How do you put the king? Now pitch and go, need a big cook. Up top of the cook to go, men come on me now with it. Men non da gossip. You know, by now what? Ah, got a thick Finnish common he could. He's sick in Scott, Chungum what you know. When in the morning he told the birds to sing when that sun comes up before, and when the sun is up on top. To sing at that time, and even when the sun goes down to sing, be thankful for that day that had passed. And sometimes this bird gets up early, midnight, sometimes in the wee hours of the morning, starts singing. To let the other birds know that he's still around, that he hasn't gone to go robbing, pillaging other nests, stuff like that. Kept his promise. Go to get more. Oh, I saw a finish. Up to evening, done us to get. Chabada go sing, although when the be sing to you, but she killed. Channel could up away, pin nick. Mishkip must settle to me. You are, you all win now, is it? Bit of a shing more. That's when his colors came and song. That's why we never told him this is yours. That's why he sings so lovely. That story is a good story. And I skipped a lot of the words. There's some nice words that are in there that I haven't heard in over 60 years. And the language, man, Shomsak, Nokmasak, it's spoken, Doro, that when they had talk, and my uncle's boy, Winifred, when they had talked, Jim, and Roy, Morse, Alfie, all the things that the language was so strong. And that's what the story reminds me of. I was wild too when I was young, sometimes mischievous, and I grew up with my grandparents. And they taught me a lot of ways in the growing stages of life. It was sometimes difficult to walk that straight road. And it was quite interesting. And then in time, when you search to look back, that you only see your tracks. Then when I saw my partner, oh, well, this is the one that I will walk with the rest of my life. So we had a family. We have a family now. And actually, just the other day, we became great parents again. And it is beautiful cycle of life. And that's a story. And I left some words out, but I will repeat the story again. I want to listen. There's about 37 stories I want to listen to. But I will hand this over to Anishinaabemowin to talk about.
Bonjour. Anishinaabemowin. I'm going to move it around a little bit here. Okay. Over here, Manda. Wabanang. Sama Manda. This is tobacco. Manda, the opposite tomen paneh. Kego, Kishpin, we quit the wing. We gigana, we opmet. Anishinaabemowin. Because of Sataman Ganaganio, Anishinaabemowin. No, it's all right.
Okay.
Manda opposite Gadanguk, Manda Sama. Migi Manda Yo, Kego Chamaji Bedanguk. That's how we have things moved. Yindamgo Kitabi Gago Suganar Docket. I was given a call earlier this evening, and they said where the power is happening, but there are some people that are coming, and they want to know if there's going to be a sweat there. And I said, I don't know. There can be a sweat, I said. There will be a sweat. But I said, I always kind of reinforce people or whoever. When we ask for something, then we use our tobacco. Sometimes it's given. I was given tobacco like this in a cloth. I have tobacco inside there. But with this particular time, when I was called today, I was asked about a sweat. I said, remember your protocols, I said. If you want something to be passed, pass this tobacco. Those ones that are coming, maybe they need to come and see me or somebody that runs that lodge. And they can have a sweat. You can have a sweat, the ones that are requesting or wanting a sweat. Because of when I say to have a sweat, there's preparation. There's preparation of getting, we call them the rocks in the beginning. There's preparation of getting wood. There's preparation of somebody having to watch the fire. There's the preparation of the one that's going to run the lodge. But usually that tobacco is given in advance. And it's preparing the one that's conducting that lodge. Because he doesn't know who's coming there. That's what a lot of people ask me. Who's coming to the lodge? I said, I don't know. I always put my tobacco into the fire. The ones that will be here will be here. I tell different people, I'm having a lodge. You're more than welcome to come. And so what do I need to bring? I tell them to bring me some tobacco, maybe a cloth or whatever. And then they don't ask any questions. I said, look, I can tell you when you come there. But that's the importance of that samo. No, but just gazet mabas samo to have things moved. Musquat magazine, he could at the very beginning here. He said if you want things to move, you use tobacco. When you go see your elders, you pass them tobacco. Because you're going to ask them something, and then it's like you don't go see them just for nothing. You can if you want. That's all right. But you might not get what you're wanting. Also, you may not receive what they're wanting to share with you. But then again, that's having to pay attention. That's what that's samo. Waba nung. Everything that comes every day, that's new. So every day most of us will put our tobacco out. We ask for certain things in our own life. Maybe they have a good day. Maybe everybody have a good day. Maybe just overall having a good day. Maybe I hope this one has a good day that's in the hospital, maybe the one that's in incarceration, maybe the one that's even living on the street, that hopefully, maybe he finds the help that he needs, or to go and ask for help that he needs. Sometimes we have a hard time asking for help. So we ask on other people's behalf to ask for help. Because I did that one day, and I went to go see that friend. Because I don't need no help. I don't want any of your help. I said, well, it's not so much my help, it's somebody, and it could be anybody else. Well, I don't need anybody else, he says. So he was being very selfish himself. Kind of reminds me of that story that Ron was just telling. Musquat magazine. Reminds me of that bird. Because he's so libodist, that person. Not realizing the help that he needs for himself or for his family that he was watching. So I just left it alone after that. So I didn't bother telling people that, oh, I prayed for you today. I didn't bother doing that anymore. I just offer my own prayers to people. So we go Jawanang. Oh yeah, before I go on, it's Wabanang. When I have my truth in my doorway in the west east. So I speak my truth all the time. A lot of times we have these little white lies, and things, certain things. I used to have a hard time with that. So I just speak my truth all the time, no matter what it is. And I do that every day. And, I won't do any little white lies. I have a hard time with that because I have to go back and correct it my own self. If not, it's I'm just teasing sometimes. But and then we go to Jawanang. Jawanang is in the south, and that wingbush grows in the south for us here down in southern Ontario. They have lots of sweetgrass down there that grows. From time to time, somebody will come up from down south and they'll come and give me some sweetgrass. And they will ask me, can you pray for me and my family or my community or whatever? He says. So I said, okay, yeah, I can do that. I said, I have no problem. And when we have that sweetgrass, sometimes it's all just straight. Sometimes it's carried in a braid. I associate the braid of sweetgrass with myself because I carry that braid my own self. In my braid, in the very middle is myself. To my left is my family. And then to my right is all of my community. I wouldn't say my community, our community. I would say it in that way myself. This is my own understanding of what I'm sharing with you in this way. So then we go to Epakushmuk to the west. Where I have love over here. Kenagazaga, I love everybody, even my enemies, even my old enemies. I still love them because they taught me things in my life. They taught me things in a way that where I don't want to be or what I don't want to be, because I lived that life already. So it kind of relates to that Zawa Beneshi story. It kind of, a lot of things that are in there kind of relates to these things in their doorways. And then at Pakushmuk, we have a sage, and some will call it Quenazgan. Quenazgan is when you burn, like when you're making a sage and then you light it, and then it has that nice aroma. And that's the clearing of the energy in a room. Sometimes they say to smudge at night before you go to bed with sweetgrass, so that you have good thoughts when you go to bed, to have good feelings when you go to bed. And so that's so with this Epakushmuk, when we have a look in the west door sometimes on our journey. So sometimes when we do things in the west, we need to have bravery or to have courage to look at the things that we need to look at. Or even to have the bravery or courage to look at our own love, our self-love. We can tell people, everybody, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. But when we turn around, when we do it for ourselves, we have a hard time. We have a very hard time to say, oh, I love you. Just to say that to yourself, it's really hard for some people. But I experienced that love. because I experienced it through my dad. Because my dad could never say it to me, but he said it to me in a dream, and he came to me, and he was sitting with that man. And I share that story every now and again. I shared it not too long ago. And he kept telling me, I love you. I love you. And I said, yeah, I know. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. He said, I'm sorry. And he kept telling me he loved me. So when I experienced that, he came and he hugged me, and we hugged each other. And then that hug that we had for one another, that just holding each other, and then telling for me to hear him to tell me he loved me, that was very powerful for me at that time. I know what that love feels like when he's talking, like when I talk about love. Love, some people talk about love in a way of sex, misinterpretation of what love is. Well, because that's not to have love. You don't need to have that sex. Love is to love yourself always, and the things that we need in our life. So anyway, that's how that was, and that was the courage, because my dad came from this doorway to come and share that with me over here, and he talked to me, and it was bravery and that courage that I experienced also at that same time that he came and gave me that. So that was really beautiful when that happened to me, because when I woke up that morning, I was still hugging that pillow in the morning. I was still holding onto that pillow, and it felt so unconditional when I was hugging that pillow in the morning, and feeling so happy, really, really happy. And when I shared it every now and again, it would just literally make me cry. But today, it doesn't do that to me, because I just want to be able to express that love and share that love myself to others. Kinaganawian dami na yo Bagida'waad, that unconditional Bagida'waad. And then we go to the north in Saging, we call it Gizik. And if you ever look at cedar and then you look at it really close, you'll see the braid in that cedar. And it's really beautiful about that cedar because it reminds me of my hair, my braid. But when I got talking to Muscat Magazine there quite a long time ago, he said, what is that? He said, listen to the word, he said, listen to the word. So he broke it down to me a little bit of that Gizik is that being able to see. It's that eye. It's an eye that sees that. Medicine it's able to see. All medicines we can see them and they see us. We just don't have that full connection with them. Unless you're some people use pipes and different things. They can talk to plants. Plants talk to us. And it happens. And it shows us sometimes when we go picking medicine. And sometimes you'll see a snake, he'll come along when you're picking medicine and then kind of tells you that's enough. That's enough right now. Don't pick any more than that. You don't need any more than that. So one of my teachers, when he talks about for me to go out and pick medicine, but maybe for others also, is use your pipe, he said. Smoke your pipe, sit there with that plant, and sit there and talk to that plant, smoke your pipe with it, and ask how much I need of this medicine. This is a medicine wheel in itself. And it's to help us on our journey all the time. Like I said, it's having bravery and courage over here. And then over here in the north is like Kinabogakabakandaman. Everything that you have come to know where you are today, right from infancy, maybe even before we even chose our parents, we knew what we were supposed to do here. We already had our instructions given to us. We even chose our parents. And we needed to experience the things that we needed to experience in our life. So that's why I say Candamoan or Kandaman or Kandaswan. You've come to learn that this life cycle. Wabanang, Jawanang, Epakushmuk, Kiwednang. We walk this road every day. Simon Munda. And it's a beautiful road. This road is beautiful. I wouldn't trade it for anything myself. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Because it showed me my past and working on my past. And to be able to share that with others, to share it in a setting, however that is. And it's just working with these medicines, because each one of these medicines will give us things we need when we're healing. We use this at the sweat lodge, the tobacco. We use sweetgrass at the sweat lodge. We light our pipes with the wheatgrass sometimes, and we'll smudge our items down. The gifts that we were given, feathers, pipes, whatever we have, shakers, drums, because we used them all at that sweat lodge. The cedar, we use it to inside the sweat. If there's a co-ed sweat, we put cedar down. If it's just men, we don't use cedar. Well, we can put it in our smudge to smudge the grandfathers or the grandmothers. It depends what it is, how that's used. Things that we were given through Gajiminado, and then through the Minadok, Bagida'waad, to help us, to help us on our journey, to help us to aware what we need to do for ourselves. This will work all the time, all the time. These ones don't even give up on us, because they're always willing to give us the help we need in our life, all the time, unconditionally. They'll give us what we need. Nick, I might be running over time. As usual when I talk.
That was good.
Me with you. Mary, maybe to stay.
Yeah. So that one there. Starting with
Start from a crater.
Jaminado.
Manda. Yes. Speaking ahead. Medicine.
Mhm.
Care. Language Nanda. Down. Language Nanda. And Portugal. On Portugal.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, geez, I was just on time.
I may be dumb, but I know what love is. But I know what love is. That's all I got to say about that. No, is there any questions or somebody want to say something?
I don't see any questions in the chat and no one has their hand raised, but if anyone wants to raise their hand or wants to be able to talk, just let me know.
And for visiting, just anything you might want to share.
Yes.
Me too, about-
About. You're all you can- It jumped out.
Yeah.
Mhm. It was a lovely storytelling tonight. I think I'll get another story next week. Maybe two. Up in Kentucky, but that's Anishinaabemowin. Win. Oh, yes. Mhm.
Ellen. Okay. Just one over. What are you doing?
Mhm.
Learning.
Shawnee.
There's some medium here.
Wanna say something?
Yvette has her hand up. I'm gonna allow her to talk.
Okay.
Good evening. Good evening.
Bonjour. When you go. Was that?
Who's that?
Did you say you're back?
Someone had a question.
What's your question?
Okay. The chat box is not working. It says chat disabled, so nobody can put questions or comments.
Oh. Okay.
Is that from our side here or?
Online.
Yeah, somewhere.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Experiencing technical difficulties.
But my question would be, with the powwow coming up this weekend, which I'm so looking forward to, what might be some words for us to think of in preparation for powwow? Maybe for food items or for certain activities.
Mm,
Mhm.
mhm.
Some activities,
Some words.
some words,
Ojibwe.
yeah.
That you're looking to ask or?
How do you say dance or dance in the language?
How do you say dance?
Niindan, niimet.
Everybody dance?
Can I wear niimo?
Say it slow so she can hear it.
And inject.
Animjek.
And inject.
Niindan. That's dance. And the boss of yes. Wisnadad, let's go eat. That's always a good one. Yeah. French fries, tacos. Various summer things, corn soup, gum novel. Salt pork and scone. See, talking to go course. Yeah. Look, come. I hope the rain stays away for the event.
I think it's gonna be nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's according to the long range forecast. I was watching it this today,
Mm-hmm.
so the weather is gonna be,
You say 39 degrees?
no, no. They're not there.
Can I just tell Victoria that, yes, I can still chat, but I'm not, I don't know about other guests here, but I'm not able to respond. There's no box to type into chat. But I can see your chat, but I'm not able to respond in chat. But that's okay. That's okay.
What do we got?
Congrats for letting me know.
Mhm. Okay, 10 after 9 now. Oh.
So next Tuesday.
Mhm.
Yeah, come on, babe.
I probably will be on Zoom, Victoria. I'm going to, my grandson's getting married. We're gonna come on the island
Wonderful.
Nice.
on the Thursday.
He's getting married?
Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
wow.
Mhm.
Wicked girl.
Yeah.
Wicked girl.
Mhm.
Wicked girl.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us, Miigwech. I hope everybody has a wonderful week and enjoys the nice weather coming next few days anyway. Hopefully everybody's has some time to get outside and do some hiking or gardening or something, bit of puttering around the yard.
Mhm.
Till then, stay well, be well, and Bamapi.
Oh,
Happy-
Bamapi.
Come on, on the road.